Hi, my name is D.G. Duggar, and I am a theater fellow with Oklahoma A+ Institute, and we are here today to talk about theater. Matter of fact, introduction to theater, or as I prefer to call it, creative play. So the first thing I would like for you to do is grab a piece of paper and a marker, and I want you to draw your favorite emoji, okay? And I'm gonna go old school with mine over here while you are getting what you need. All right, so this is my favorite emoji. So I'm going to wait just a couple of seconds, and while you are collecting and drawing yours, and then I want you to act like you are showing all of us your emoji, just like I did over here. Now, the word emoji comes from the word emotion. And emotions are what we portray in theater, whether it is the classic comedy or the classic tragedy, and every emotion in between. That is theater. So, with your emoji, I want you to now transfer your emoji to your face. So, you ready? So, emojis it is. Breaking down theater, you need to have three components. Number one is your voice. Number two is your body. And the last and the most important, the one that you always have to have in theater, is your mind. And with your mind is where your creativity comes from. So I'm going to take us back to where most of us start theater, and that is in our mind. We, as human beings, our brain is always active. And if we are not engaged in a task like brushing your teeth, and even after a certain point, you can even do this when you brush your teeth, but your mind wants to be active. And with that, your brain starts bringing in all these wonderful ideas, and you're all of a sudden are able to go to, oh my gosh, I don't know, a mountaintop, or if you're like me, I'm dreaming I'm on a Broadway stage. It never happened. Or sometimes it's hiking. A lot of times it is wanting to play with my friends. That is theater of the mind. The difference with an actor is that we take this theater in our mind and transform it to our body and to creating a scene that we have in our mind. So once again, for the actor, it is voice, it is body, and most importantly, your mind. Now, a lot of people, as you are creating theater of the mind, are going to say, you're daydreaming. Yeah, and that's not a bad thing, as long as it's all right, because you are free. You have free time. Now, if you are daydreaming when your teacher is talking to you, or when your mother is explaining how to get dressed because this is a special occasion, or teaching you to tie your shoes or a bow tie, then you've got to be engaged with the person that's talking to you. Other than that, daydreaming is all right. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret, and this is a secret from an adult to a child. We, as adults, call daydreaming as being lost in thought. So adults, it's all right to be lost in your thoughts, but a child who is daydreaming, not so much, because they are expecting you to do something. There's absolutely no difference between the two. So let's talk about what we do with all these wonderful thoughts that we have in our brain and all the wonderful ideas our brain comes up with that we now need to physically do. So, let me think real quick. Oh my goodness, this is a crazy day in Oklahoma. We're having a thunderstorm in July and it's in the morning. So I am going to take what is happening outside right now and transform it into a theater scene. So outside we have dark skies. Are you imagining? Are you picturing this? All of a sudden we have a flash of light and then a clap of thunder. So take a minute and think, what kind of scene would be appropriate for what is happening outside? Now, you are going to have to live with what my brain comes up with today because we are not interactive. But I want you to be active in what we are getting ready to do. You do not have to copy what I am doing, but I do want you to do something with this thunderstorm that is going on outside. So, I happen to like thunderstorms. I grew up in Oklahoma and I think they're great. If I was home, I would actually be outside in my front yard looking. Don't do that, kids, okay? So, I'm just a crazy adult. But you can stand in your door and watch, but always be safe. So, I am going to pretend that I am in a dark, haunted house. And of course, a thunderstorm has come in. And we hear all these noises, and let's do some wind in the trees. You guys ready with me? Okay, you want to practice that? Can you do that again with me? You ready? And then let's do a big clap of thunder. Clap! All right, so while I am acting, I'm actually going to ask you guys to be my sound effects. So can you be doing these noises for me while I am going to pretend I am creeping around this haunted house and looking for a robber? Someone has broken into the house that does not belong in this house, and I need to catch them. So here we go. I want you to start making the noises for me, all right? So, of course, I've got to have a flashlight, right? Okay, here I come. Oh, that was a big old clap of thunder. Oh my goodness, okay. All right, I've got to get back on task of what I'm doing. Oh. Did I hear something? Did I hear something? No, I didn't. It was just my imagination. Okay, I'm moving on. I'm moving on. There he is! Okay, so now I want you to pretend to do the same scene, okay? And I am going to be the sound effects for you this time. So I want you to pretend that you are this detective, or if you want to use the word sleuth. In theater, we love different words, just like daydreaming and being lost in your thoughts. Words are fantastic. So I am going to be making sound effects for you, and I want you to recreate this haunted house scene for me, okay? All right, get your thoughts and scene. Wow! Woo! 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 Did you find your robber? Huh? Okay. So, this is how we can take what is in our brain to become an actor and to be in a scene and to do theater. I want you to say, I need some free time to be creative, folks. And I want you to actually find you a great place. Some of my great places were a cardboard box. Oh my gosh, I loved, well, we got a new refrigerator. That was the best day ever. I had this cardboard box and I put it at the end of the table. So I had like this 2-room mansion and I could go anywhere in my box. Good suggestion. Other places, of course, are bunk beds, the top of a bunk bed, under a bed, in a closet, or just outside where you can hear all these different noises. So after we finish up the session, I want you to go and practice on your creativity. And then the next thing that you should do with all those great ideas that are there is to transform them into art. So once again, I digress. Thank you for being with me today, and please take a journey to creativity.